What is going on, everybody? Steve with Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another live hangout. And in today's video, I got a special guest with me, someone who I've had the privilege to hang out with all weekend, someone who I've been following for a while on Facebook, YouTube, and we finally got to connect. He flew out from Pennsylvania. Great guy, warm heart, and just really pumped up for today's live show. So without further ado, let me introduce Dave, and we'll dive into today's topic.
What's up, guys? I'm Dave Koziel from DaveKoziel.com. I also have a YouTube channel where you can find me, where I share my journey of as being an entrepreneur. I share my struggles. I share what works for me and what doesn't. I also have a publishing company, and I just want to provide some massive amount of value to you guys today and share with you our awesome experience from this weekend.
Absolutely, man. Again, just thanks for the awesome weekend, man. Just like as a little backstory, we've been friends for a while, like through Facebook and YouTube, and he actually reached out to me the other day on Facebook while I was outside taking a walk, and he said, "Hey, what's going on, Steve? I came across this really cool seminar called the Millionaire Mind Experience Seminar, and there's a bunch of them around coming up soon. Do you want to go?" And as you guys know with me, I'm like a big proponent of education and learning, never thinking I know it all, because I think it's so important to be humble and just educate yourself. So I agreed to it. We met up. He flew in from Pennsylvania. Talk about commitment. And we drove up to Boston, and we went to the Millionaire Mind Experience, used to be called Intensive Seminar, for 4 days. We also had some fun. The seminar started Friday. On Thursday, we went to, what did we do on Thursday, Dave?
Thursday night, we went downtown Boston and went to a Boston Red Sox game at Fenway Park, and it was an amazing time. A little funny story on that. Our seats, we actually didn't sit in. We went and found our own seats and switched around the whole time. It was awesome. It was just seriously a crazy time. We had a lot of fun. We met some great people, even just at the game. And that doesn't even include all the awesome time we had over the weekend at the seminar.
Yeah, it was really a good time, regardless, even if the Red Sox lost. They were ahead the whole game, and they just gave up at the end, and it's kind of like the whole season. But we started the seminar Friday. Again, this is a seminar it's like a self-development seminar. It's based around wealth. It's based around becoming financially free, and they share a whole bunch of strategies, which we're going to get into as well and kind of talk about it. But Dave, what's your like a 30-second overview of what this is all about, and maybe who'd be interested in going to this free seminar? It's actually free, so that's really cool as well.
If you want to increase your finances, if you want to become financially free, if you want to become financially abundant, this is a seminar that you need to go to, because this seminar goes deep inside of you. It'll take your negative money thoughts, your negative money emotions, and it'll completely transform them into positive emotions, positive feelings about money. And that can be what is holding you back. You might have before tried different strategies, different techniques, and always wondered, why is money so hard? Why am I struggling? Why can't I have financial freedom? This seminar is going to teach you how you can do that, how you can change your mindset, which is something I've talked about a lot on my channel, to be able to accumulate financial abundance, to be able to accumulate massive wealth, and to be able to finally be financially free in your life.
Exactly. And obviously, if you guys have been following us, you know we're not millionaires. Just two young guys who are motivated and inspired to create financial abundance. And we're students of the game, right? We're learning. We're trying to increase our wealth. And we're, like I said, we're always, we're big proponents of learning and education. So that's why we went to this event, and we really enjoyed it a lot. So we wanted to make a live hangout, kind of sharing some insights and breakthroughs that we had with this event, because we definitely had some really big breakthroughs and things that we learned, not only about creating wealth and abundance, but about ourselves. There was one really helpful poster that the trainer had created. He created like a bunch. He had like a whole, like one of those big notepad with the marker and stuff. And he created all these like posters and plastered them around the room as like the days progressed. And there was one that he had created, and it was a picture of a tree. I don't know, it was a coconut tree or whatever it was. And it was a picture of the tree with like the coconuts, the fruits. And then there was a picture of the roots. And that's kind of like how getting riches and wealth and building more abundance in your life is like. That's what it like. That's like a good example. Like there's there's stuff that you see on the outside, and then there's stuff that you see on the inside, kind of like a tree. Like in order for a tree to grow, for it to be healthy, for it to yield, the fruits of its labor and everything, you've got to water it. It needs its nutrients. There's certain things you need to do underneath the ground that nobody can see in order for that tree to grow and produce the fruits and all. And it's the same thing that applies when it comes to your life, whether it's health, whether it's relationships, whether it's the amount of money you make, or whatever you're going after. If you want something in your physical world to appear, what do you need to do first, Dave?
You need to work on your inner world, all right? The invisible.
The roots.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say the roots create the fruits, but another way of putting it is the invisible creates the visible. That's another great way to put it too.
Absolutely. And pretty much, if I had to sum it up, man, the whole seminar was based on pretty much working, like a good majority of it is working on the roots, working on yourself, on your values, on your beliefs, on your thoughts, understanding that there's almost like a formula to your results. Do you remember what that formula was?
Yeah, it's actually pretty simple. It's thoughts equal to feelings, feelings equal to actions, and actions equal to results. And the best way to look at that is your thoughts and feelings. Those are what's inside, all right? Those are what's invisible. Those are kind of like come from the roots.
Give an example, like a real world example of a thought leading to a feeling to an action, like something maybe.
All right. I know exactly. This is the perfect example, and it's sort of just what Steve shared today. Before I even went to the seminar, I had a thought in my mind. I was like, you know what? I really would like to go to a seminar with someone. I was like, I looked up this seminar. I actually watched reviews on it myself, and I was like, who is someone that would want to go with me? And Steve's name popped on mine, and that was a thought. Okay, I thought, Steve Rakin Profit. I was like, I think he would enjoy this seminar because I knew that he went to a Tony Robbins seminar and liked it. So then I had a feeling inside of me. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna message him. I was like, I don't know if he'll say yes. I don't know if he'll say no. I'll just send him a Facebook message and see what happens. And I sent the Facebook message. That was my action. Okay, I took action. Just a simple Facebook message that said, "Hey Steve," and I linked him the seminar. I was like, "Would you like to go with me?" And he said yes. And then from there, that led to the result, which was us. There was other actions along the way as far as like getting there, but the result was we went to the seminar.
And I want to cut you off there. Now let's flip it around. What if your thought was your thought was initial. Let's keep the same thought of I want to go to a seminar, and then you think of me, Steve Rakin, whatever. It could be anybody else. Now let's flip the feeling, and maybe let's associate like a negative feeling. Like maybe you had a belief that Steve wouldn't want to hang out with me, and this isn't about me. I'm just going with his example. Or maybe, Steve's got more subscribers than me. Maybe he doesn't want to, maybe this or that. Maybe he's too busy. What would happen then with your feeling? How would that lead over to your action and then the result?
It's great that you say that, because in all honesty, those thoughts did come to my mind a little bit, because I was like, you know what? I was like, Steve has this huge YouTube channel. I mean, he's a very successful guy, run multiple successful internet businesses. Like in my mind, I did have some fear. I had some doubt. And what I did was I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to that. I was like, no, thank you. And that's one phrase that you'll learn about from this seminar is that the instructor there will teach you to say, no, thank you. Any negative limiting thoughts you have in your head, you just want to push them forward and keep going and completely ignore them and just continue through. And that's what I did in that situation. I just took a chance, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to what my conditioned mind is telling me. And the conditioned mind is what you think what happened from your past, not what actually could happen. And what actually did happen was Steve ended up wanting to go with me, and we had an amazing time together. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I was worried and a little bit concerned over nothing.
We let our fears get in our way a lot, guys. And, Dave and I, we've been reflecting about our lives and different things. On the car ride back from Boston today, we had a whole discussion about health, and fear stops a lot of us. The thoughts that we have, it really does lead to, there's always a feeling. Every thought you have, there's always a feeling associated with it. We're emotional creatures. And that feeling is always, regardless, if it's an empowering feeling, it's going to lead to an action that's empowering and a result that down the line you're going to be happy about. But if it's disempowering, it's really going to bring you down. Let's say you want to start a business. Let's create an example and really have this sink in for the people who are listening. Let's say you want to start a business. What kind of, let's throw out a random business, Dave.
Let's just say that we want to
What kind of business?
let's start a business where we sell widgets online. We'll just call them widgets.
So we want to sell widgets online, and we've got that thought. Maybe we watch a video. Maybe we're watching this live hangout. Maybe we go to a seminar and hear about some guy or gal who's having success selling widgets online or whatever it is. So there's the thought. Then based on your values and beliefs, you're going to have a feeling. What are your values and beliefs on starting a business? Some people, the rich, the wealthy, they have empowering thoughts. There's a lot of different, name an empowering thought about starting up a business.
One empowering thought that comes to my mind is that I can be successful. I can have freedom. I can have financial freedom. This business is going to lead me to being able to live the life that I want to and be financially abundant. That's an empowering
Name a
thought.
negative thought that people might have about starting a business.
I can't do this. This isn't for me. This is going to be
You have to be so smart. It's
Yeah.
going to take so much time.
There's just so many that you can think of, and you have to be able to really let those negative ones, just push them out of the way. Like I said, say no, thank you, because that is what's going to stop you. Because you know what? If you think you can do it, you really can do it. And it really is that simple. And I got a really, really cool thing that we're going to show you in a little bit of an exercise we did involving an arrow, but we'll get more to that later. All right.
And this arrow can actually kill a grizzly bear.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say for now. We'll talk about it, not now, but again, your thought leads to a feeling. That feeling is going to be empowering or it's going to be disempowering. Based on that feeling, whatever your beliefs and thoughts are, maybe you believe that rich people are evil, or, money destroys people, or, money isn't important. Whatever it is, whatever you believe is real to you. No thoughts are really real. I mean, whatever we think, that's our reality, right? If you think that money is the root of all evil, that's your reality. And you're going to act, you're going to take action, which is the third letter of the formula. You're going to take action appropriately based on your thoughts and your feelings right there. So that's why it's so important. I really want to drill that in your head. But that's huge right there. What are some other things that we learned about, Dave, that maybe allowed you to make a breakthrough or just realize something that was wow, that really helped?
One thing that I really learned about was that there are a lot of inner things inside you that from your childhood that really can influence how you feel and how you think about money. Stuff that you wouldn't even think. And we did these extremely powerful exercises where we literally, the instructor of the course literally had us close our eyes and walked us through these mental exercises to where we can release these negative feelings. And a lot of times they can stem from, how you were brought up with money, how your parents handle money. And just because that's the way your parents thought about money and handle money doesn't mean that that's the way that you have to think about money and handle money. So for example, if your parents were, not successful or poor, were spenders growing up and, while you were growing up, that doesn't mean that you have to be unsuccessful or poor or spender. You can get rid of those beliefs. You can find out and become aware of those beliefs inside of you. And then you can disassociate them from you and realize that, those were my parents' beliefs. I choose to believe my own thoughts, and your own thoughts, your own beliefs. You want to make something, like Steve said, that's empowering. Money is abundant. Money is easy. Money comes to me in abundance, whatever you can think. And I know it might sound a little bit corny to think like that, but there's this one great line that the instructor said at our seminar, who, just a little bit of a background, our instructor is financially free. He runs actually an internet business himself. I'm not going to say which one it is, but he's very, very successful. I wouldn't be surprised if he's a millionaire.
Of course he is. Of course he is. He's running the Millionaire seminar, Dave.
Yeah. But trust me, this guy is financially free and wealthy. And what he said was, he was like, you can be cool and poor, you can be cool and broke, or you can be corny and rich. You know what? I'll take corny and rich any day. And I'm sure a lot of you watching will too.
So what we were kind of discussing before, and this is something that I'm going to begin implementing. I know Dave has been doing this, and he taught me a lot about it. This is something I've been doing for a while, but I'm really trying to be more consistent with it, is the morning ritual. And there's quite a few things that they suggest that you do in the morning time, along with your normal routine, whether that's, brushing your teeth, showering. But what are a few things, Dave, that you learned about, the morning ritual and things you should do in the morning? One thing for me that I learned was reading your declarations, your affirmations. And one example of a declaration that they had us read every day multiple times. Like this is just one example. It was a whole sheet. One of them was, I believe money is important, money is freedom, and money makes life more enjoyable. One more is, I get rich doing what I love. Corny? Yes, but what do you want to be? Do you want to be corny and rich, or do you want to do you want to recondition yourself so that you could succeed and blast through your plateaus, or do you always want to hold on to the beliefs that stop you? So there was a lot of declarations here. There's a whole list of them, but what's something you learned that you're going to try to maybe implement into your morning ritual or something?
Yeah, morning rituals are extremely important and powerful. And one cool thing about this was that Steve and I did morning rituals together every single morning. Like, not only did we have an amazing time at the experience at the seminar, but we had an amazing time together. But one thing that I really want to continue to implement into my morning routine is that every morning, like, I just want to wake up and just be grateful for the money that I already have, the wealth I already have, the abundance I already have. Because like attracts like. The more that you feel that you already have something, the more you're going to get into your life. And I just need to make sure that every morning when I'm waking up, I think to myself, you know, I am wealthy. I am lucky. I live in this amazing country. I live in a society today where I don't have to go out and hunt for my food or have to worry about food. Like, I have so many luxuries and I have so many amazing things in my life now. And to just truly be grateful for everything that I have. And the more grateful you are, the more amazing things that can come into your life. And I have some stories that I may be able to share later if we have enough time, of instances where things just came to me this weekend. And maybe if we have time, I'll be able to get into it more later.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for Dave for these morning routines, because I'll tell you guys right now, like, I'm not used to waking up early. Like, I'll wake up at usually 9, maybe 8, maybe 10. Sometimes I'll sleep in once in a while. But Dave, tell them about what time you were getting me up in the morning, and it was a fight. It was a struggle the first few days, and I was like trying to get awake. But tell them like our routine these 4 days when we were waking up, and go through it real quick, and we'll dive into something after this as well. But what was our routine? Because it was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Every morning we woke up at 5 a.m. And that's not joke. That's not just saying like, yo, yeah, wake up at 5 a.m. But we actually woke up 5 a.m. Very first thing we did was we meditated for 10 minutes. Sounds corny, I know, but we literally sat on the ground together, set a timer on our phone and meditated for 10 minutes. Then we journaled in our journals. We listened to some, empowering, audio books. I can't remember the name of the guy.
6 months to 6 figures by Peter Vood.
We listened to that. And then we just pumped each other up, man. We were just like high-fiving each other like this, just like slapping hands and energy, getting our energy levels up, man.
It's all energy.
Yeah, it's all energy. And then after that, man, we would be all pumped up. We went and worked out at the hotel gym. And I mean, that was what we did.
It was amazing.
We there.
What about the smoothies, man?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't leave the smoothies out of the mix.
I forgot about that.
Jeez.
Steve is a master smoothie chef, okay? He made us these amazing like kale, fruit smoothies every morning that just like powered our bodies, and just like, it was just awesome. It was an awesome thing to do every single morning to get nutrition into your body. Yeah.
So after that, we would dive into lunch, and then we just head off. We hit the seminar they were long days. The seminars lasted from 9 in the morning till 9 at night. So these are serious seminars, guys. This is going to take commitment from you, but I can't say it enough. Like, I really want to get this point across for anyone. Maybe if you followed me or not, or you're interested in joining, I don't know how you came across this video. Go to it. Are they going to try to upsell you on some things? Yes. Are they going to try to get you to go into other courses and different programs? Yes. But you guys, it's free. And it's a business. They're running a business. Like any business, you got to make money. But these guys are really good, and they've got great information. The seminar was actually created initially by T. Harv Eker. Is that his name?
That's right.
And he created the book
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, which is a huge hit.
Yeah.
Very popular. And they created the company New Peak Potentials, I believe.
Yeah, I believe they call it New Peak now. It used to be called Peak Potentials.
So
the name change.
Yeah, I mean, they got courses on lots of different things. So obviously they're going to try to upsell you. But it was nothing ridiculous. And a lot of the stuff was really good, like that they were trying to sell you on, that I'm actually interested in getting into down the road. They had stuff on stocks. They had people talking about different option investments, real estate. What was the other one?
They had really good programs.
Yeah.
We didn't buy any of them, but because like I said, they do try to upsell you, but they were something that I would invest in the future. The one that would have been great for us is that it was called Train the Trainer.
Yeah,
It basically taught you how to actually do what they're doing. And it was for people who were, wanted to be able to stand in front of a stage and speak in front of people. It taught you how to have the confidence and how to be able to do that.
Control a crowd.
Yes, exactly. And it was just amazing. Going to that event, you actually can get awesome information from the event, from the content of the event itself. But one thing that Steve and I were doing is we were actually watching the instructor, how he controlled the crowd, how he was able to deal and talk with people. And it was just like an amazing to be able to see like a master be able to do that. Like that was a learning experience in itself. And that's something that you need to actually, when you go to a seminar, you're not just going there for the content. You're going there to learn in multiple ways. You can learn from the instructor. And another way we learned was just from the amazing people we met. We met so many people between
great networking.
Yes, exactly. Amazing networking.
Who are those two guys that we met? They were students. He gave us the business card. What was his name?
I don't. Is that Zan or
where were they from?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah, they were two college students from Thailand who they were, I don't know, maybe like 19. And
young guys.
And they were just like high five and everyone smiling. And you know what? It was just cool. It's cool to be in an environment like that where, in the normal world, you go out. You can't just go into a grocery store and be high-fiving people. People look at you weird. But if you go to an event like this, high energy, man, everyone's like hugging each other, like high-fiving. And it's just an awesome, awesome experience.
There was one time where he was like, talking about the importance of energy and just snapping out of it. And there was one time where he says, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down, just do this. It's the weirdest stuff ever.
Yeah, dude. It was just like I said, guys, it sounds corny sometimes. But you know what? Like, it works. Like, if you're ever feeling down and low, like, every time we would come back from a break, everyone would just get on the stage and just start dancing around. Like, it was like a big dance party. And they had like a DJ with like music pumping.
It was crazy.
It was just awesome. And it really does lift you up. Like, because you come back from eating lunch and you're tired, you're kind of like, like Steve said, it is long days. You're there for hours and hours just sitting. But you come back from lunch and that energy, that music just pumps you up, and then you're smiling again and you're in a great state.
What happens if you run a business or you have a family, right? You're a mother or you're a father, you have a family, or you're in a relationship and your energy's low and you're not really into it and you're soft-spoken. What happens in a relationship or a business where you're just like no energy and not really passionate or motivated?
You get the amount of energy I feel like you put out is what you're going to get.
It's all energy.
Exactly. And that is not even just like hearsay. It is scientifically proven that this whole universe is run off energy. And he actually goes into some scientific studies, not a lot, but he makes a lot of references to them as to why this concept that energy is everything actually works and is actually real.
So you guys, it was an awesome time. One more thing I wanted to talk about, because we actually got to get Dave to the airport. He's we don't want him to miss his flight, or else we might be doing an all-night Google Live hangout and just all night long. Do I make these videos? Do we make these videos to help people or just act like a fool? I don't know. But
probably a little bit of both.
Wait, one more time. What are you doing? You're feeling. Okay, you guys. All right. Everybody in the comment section who's watching this video, do that to yourself right now and see if that does not make you feel good. Let's talk about real quick, Dave, the Millionaire Mind jar system that they talked about.
That's a very good thing.
So a lot of times, like I'll give an overview. A lot of times, like we want to educate in ourselves, right? We want to plan for long-time saving. We want to plan for our, what was it called? The golden goose?
Yeah.
Which is our retirement. We want to plan for money to play and have fun with, but we don't know how to really, what's the word I'm saying? Allocate?
Yeah,
our funds?
Exactly. It's the jar, they call the jar system. It's a very, very simple way to allocate your money every month so that your money just doesn't go to nothing. Because a lot of people, one of the things they talk about here is you might make a ton of money each month, but at the end of the month, you might not have any more. And it's like, where did all my money go? And this system helps you to be able to put your money in certain specific, they call them like jars, but it's actually different accounts.
Yeah, the money management system is what they call it. I've got this sheet in front of me. So they want you to allocate your funds into 6 different places. FFA, 10%. What's that, Dave?
That's your financial freedom account. And what that account is that is basically an account that you never spend on anything except creating passive income streams or creating streams of income that basically you use that money to make you more money. And that is the only reason you use that. And
that's how you retire, folks, unless you're relying on Social Security, which I don't know. I wouldn't keep my hopes up for it or depend on others. Another 10% is long-term saving.
Yeah, long-term saving spending. And what you can do with that is you can separate it into 2. So the amount you allocate to that is 10%. You can put 5% for long-term spending and saving spending and for short-term. And what that is for like bigger ticket items that you would buy, like a car, a boat, or a house, or anything along those lines that's going to take you a little while to save up for.
And then 10% education. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. That's courses, seminars, audiobooks, anything that's going to help you to learn and to improve yourself, self-development, marketing. So the way you can do this is you can actually go to your bank and create a bunch of different savings accounts and have one each titled for the different allocation. So the financial freedom account, the long-term saving, the education, which is 10%. The next one is 55%, which is your necessities. Those are your rent, your cell phone bill, food. What are a few others?
Anything that you would just need to live, but it doesn't include, I'll tell you what it doesn't include. It doesn't include like high expensive, like clothing, like for example,
necessities.
Yeah. Necessities. Anything else would go into another jar, which we're going to tell you about here. That is beyond what you actually need, beyond what is necessary.
And what's that jar called?
That is your play jar.
Everybody likes to spend money and have some fun, right? Except for those savers out there, the folks who just love to save, and never enjoy their money, which honestly, I'm not a big fan of. I mean, I want to enjoy life, right? Like money's a tool. It's a resource. It's a way to be able to have choices and options in life. To create your lifestyle. So 10%, allocate that to your play jar, having fun, going out to really nice restaurants with your loved one, going on vacations, just doing something fun. And then 5% is giving, making a difference, giving back, and that doesn't just have to be money. You could also donate your time. So there's a lot of ways to give back and make a difference. So that's it. That makes up the 100% of allocating your money, which is something I'm going to implement into my life. I know Dave has done it as well. So that was really cool. But Dave, is anybody in the comments? I want to shout some people out, say hello. I don't know if anyone's in there because if you're just watching this, we actually created this live hangout like a half hour ago. And like 10 minutes in, we weren't looking at the comments. We realized that there was no audio. So we probably confused a lot of people. If you're watching now, we apologize. It happens though, it happens with the Google Hangouts and all. But do we have anyone in the comments right now?
We got one guy.
One guy in the comments. Okay.
We got more than one guy, but this one guy, his name's Cody Hawk.
Hey, do you know that guy?
I don't know. His name sounds familiar, but he said,
"No, Cody.
Are the matching T-shirts part of the course?" Laugh out loud. Sounds like an interesting few days. You two are glowing, so it must have worked.
We actually decided to join we're creating a boy band.
Yeah.
Because they were playing some like Millionaire songs. I'm like, I could do better. I could spit a little freestyle, do a little rap. And
we were rapping over this weekend. I was dancing on stage. He was rapping, man. It was crazy. But thanks, Cody, for coming to watch.
What's going on, Cody?
Man. We miss you, man. And we do have one other comment. Two, actually, someone by Nike Boxes says, "What did I just see?" And I have a feeling he's talking about. I feel like that's what he's talking about.
You guys got to go to the seminar to know what we're talking about. Yeah. You're not going to have a clue, but it's a way to change your state. Tony Robbins is a big proponent of that as well. So yeah, just having some fun, you guys. It's all about state and energy.
But I got one more. Sloan Source says, "Who wants to be a millionaire mind?" Haha, love it. What's up, guys? What's up, man? I love you. I see you comment. I actually think you messaged me on Facebook the other day. So thanks for being a fan and thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We got to get Dave to the airport ASAP, as the Bonafide Hustler would say, at Mach speed. So we don't have any spaceships. We just have a car, a Hyundai Sonata. So we're just going to head over that way. Yeah. But we loved it. I mean, my energy level is just through the roof. Positivity, feeling good, waking up early and meditate. I mean, thank you, man. I mean, thanks for your help. It was a good time. Appreciate you, giving me the idea to go and us going together, man. It was a great time.
And we really bonded on the trip too. And that is one thing I recommend, because I know that you guys probably know about mastermind groups and stuff, but this weekend together, we were able to just share ideas and talk business. And it was something that I know is going to help me tremendously. I mean, being able to spend a weekend with someone who is making a six-figure income from their publishing business, when I have a publishing business too, I mean, that's a powerful thing in itself, not to mention the seminar I got. So I can honestly say that this weekend alone is going to catapult me to new heights. Like, wait till you see. Follow my channel, subscribe to my channel if you haven't.
Dave Koziel.
Yeah. 3 months from now, wait till you see the success I have. And I'm going to tell you guys, it stemmed from this breakthrough that I had this weekend at this seminar.
And we only got one last question for you. Do you have a millionaire mind?
Yeah.
Do you have a millionaire mind?
I have a millionaire
Woo!
mind.
See you guys soon.
Peace.
If I could figure out how to end this. Take care, everybody.
See you.